In the wild, dust-choked plains of the Nevada frontier, Eric Hunter spurred his light stallion, Lightning, into a gallop. Clinging to the reins, he leaned low, the wind whipping past as he glanced back. A pack of wolves howled in the distance, their eerie cries cutting through the dust. Eric knew if those beasts caught his scent, no speed could save him. Lightning was a fine horse, swift as a storm, but wolves were relentless, and Eric weren't about to lose his prized steed. A horse, sensing the danger, ran with all its might, hooves thundering across the barren land. In a flash, Lightning carried Eric to the edge of Dusty Hollow, a small frontier town. The wolf howls faded, and Eric breathed easy, sitting upright in the saddle. He'd made it before nightfall, when the town's wooden gates would lock tight. Any later, and he'd be stuck in the wilds, facing wolves or worse. The gates stood open, with folks coming and going. Eric rode Lightning through, pulling up at the Rusty Spur Inn, the town's finest stop for weary travelers. He swung down, and a stable hand took Lightning, while another grabbed his satchel. Eric strode into the inn, quickly securing the biggest room, a fine spot with a view of the saloon across the street. His gear was brought up, and he told the staff to rustle up his favorite grub, steak, beans, and cornbread. Bone-tired, he changed into fresh clothes and flopped onto the creaky bed, hoping to catch a nap before supper. But scarce a moment passed when a knock rattled the door. Eric sat up, alert. "Who's there?" he hollered. "It's Jake Malone, the innkeeper. Open up. I got urgent business," came the reply. "It's me," Eric said, chest puffin' with pride. "And I'm here to clean up varmints like Maude Blackwell." Jake gawked. "I figured you'd be a hulkin' gunslinger, not a wiry fella like you. How do you tangle with outlaws like that?" "Wits, not fists," Eric smirked. "I outfox 'em, not outshoot 'em." Jake laughed loud. "Then it's a downright honor to have you at my inn. But since you're here, you gotta help Mayor Reed's daughter, Clara Belle. He's offering $1 million in gold to whoever saves her." Eric's eyes sparkled. "$1 million? Where's Clara? I'm on it." He was half out of his chair already. "Come with me to Mayor Reed's sprint," Jake said. "We'll be back for supper." Eric changed into his best duster, slung his satchel, packed with clever tools over his shoulder, and followed Jake. They rode a rickety stagecoach to Mayor Reed's grand ranch house. A ranch hand led him to a private study where Mayor Reed, a stern but fair man, greeted him. After handshakes, Reed grinned. "Eric Hunter, your name's known from Texas to Montana. It's our fortune you're in Dusty Hollow and willing to lend a hand." Jake mentioned $1 million in gold, Eric said, eyes gleaming. "What's wrong with Clara?" Reed's face fell. Maude Blackwell poisoned Clara with a rare venom, leaving her frozen in a coma. Maude wanted Clara to wed her son Cole to control our town's land. Clara said no, so Maude dosed her. Only killin'. Maude can break the poison's hold. Her blood's the antidote. Do it, and the million's yours. Eric turned to Jake. "This Maude Blackwell, she's the one in Deadman's stretch, right?" Jake nodded. "Yes, sir. She's a terror. Wears a white and blue duster, blends into the dust. Her sons wear black vests with skull brands. They use wolf calls to mask their raids. Maude holes up in a hidden canyon cave, rarely steps out. Any bounty hunter try taking her down?" Eric asked. "Dozens," Reed sighed, "but they skedaddle when they hear her name. Even the Cattle King won't cross her." Eric grinned. "Well, I ain't them. I'll take out Maude and her boys. But," he leaned in, voice low, "I don't work without a down payment." Reed clapped, and a hand brought a sack of gold coins. $10,000 worth. Eric tucked it into his satchel. "Keep that $1 million ready. Maude's done for." Back at the inn, Eric ate his steak, locked his room, and sat on the bed. He pulled out his trusty pocket watch, rigged with a hidden telegraph device called Oracle. "Oracle, how do I take down Maude Blackwell?" he asked, tapping the dial. The watch hummed, its gears clicking. "Maude Blackwell's the deadliest outlaw in these parts. She was once the Cattle King's right-hand woman, but tried to double-cross him. He didn't kill her, just banished her and her sons to Deadman's stretch with a blood pact, trapping him there except on the full moon. That's when they raid. Their hideouts rigged with traps, and your disguises won't fool them. They use wolfhounds to sniff out strangers. Eric frowned. How do I stop them? You can't outgun them, Oracle clicked. Their lives are tied to Maude's command. They'll fight to the death for her. But if you turn the sons against her, get them to betray her, you can take her out with a blade dipped in wolf's bane. Once she's down, the sons'll falter. Easy pickings. Eric leaned back, pondering. He needed to trick the sons into turning on Maude. But how? As he mulled it over, he dozed off, dreaming of Maude in her white and blue duster, laying defeated as he struck her with a gleaming knife. Her sons in black vests hollered, "Kill her, she ain't our ma, she's a no-good imposter who killed our real ma." Eric woke with a jolt, hearing a creak. His satchel was gone from the bedpost. He leapt up, spotting it by the open window. Some thief must have tried to nab it, thinking it held gold, but tossed it when it was just tools. Eric shut the window, locked it tight, and grinned. His plan was taking shape. He tapped Oracle again. "Is Maude really their ma?" he asked. "Yes," the watch buzzed. "She's their true mother, and they'd die for her." "How do I make 'em think she's a fake?" Eric pressed. "Show 'em a tintype of a beautiful gal, but doctor it so her ears look huge," Oracle replied. "Maude hates big ears. Says they're a sign of deceit. She'll nix the match, but her sons'll want it. That'll spark a feud." Eric nodded, heading to Dusty Hollow's market at dawn. He found an old photographer, Gus, whose shop was lined with fine portraits. "Morning, Gus," Eric said. "I need 3 tintypes of pretty gals, but make their ears big as dinner plates." Gus blinked, baffled. "What's the game, mister?" "Just name your price," Eric said, smiling. Gus quoted a fee, and Eric paid from his satchel. Hours later, Gus handed over 3 tintypes of stunning women, their ears conically large. Eric tucked him in his satchel, hopped on Lightning, and rode out to Deadman's stretch. In the heart of the plains, he hollered, "Maude Blackwell, I got fine matches for your boys." Moments later, 3 tall figures in black vests, skull brands glinting, stepped from behind a boulder. "Who are you?" one growled. "Eric Hunter, matchmaker extraordinaire," Eric said, dismounting. "I got 3 gals, sisters, rich as Midas, daughters of Big Jim Carver, the cattle baron. They're lookers, and Big Jim's offering ranches as dowries." He pulled out the tintypes, handing one to each son. "They're mighty pretty," Cole said, staring. "Ears are big, but what's that matter? Will they have me?" "They're dying to wed you 3, Eric said. "Big Jim's so powerful, even the cattle king bows to him. Marry these gals, and he'll get your banishment lifted." The sons grinned, but Eric added, "One catch, your ma's got to approve." They led him to a hidden cave where Maude, in her white and blue duster, sat by a fire. Eric spun a tale about Big Jim's wealth and power, showing Maude the tintypes. She sneered, "These gals, with them ears? No daughter-in-law of mine'll look like that." She tossed the pictures into the dirt. "But Ma," Cole protested, "they're perfect. Ears don't matter." Eric leaned in, whispering to the sons. "Big Jim told me something. Says Maude ain't your real ma. Says she killed your true ma and took her place." The sons' eyes blazed. "That's a lie," Zane snapped. "Is it?" Eric said slyly. "Why's she nix these matches? A real ma wouldn't block your happiness." He handed them the tintypes again. "Think on it." The sons stormed into the cave, confronting Maude. "You ain't our ma," Rex shouted. "Let us marry, or we're done with you." Maude laughed, mocking their big-eared brides. The argument grew heated, and Eric slipped back, watching. When Maude turned away, the sons, blinded by greed for Big Jim's riches, nodded to Eric. He drew his wolfsbane-dipped knife, swift as lightning, and struck Maude down. She fell, lifeless, and the sons, shocked, froze. Their loyalty to her shattered, their will broken. Eric didn't hesitate. He called Cole aside, luring him to a ravine, and with a quick thrust of his knife, ended him. Zane was next, caught off guard near a rock. Rex, holed up in the cave, went down last. Eric cleaned his blade, gathered the outlaw's stolen gold, and rode back to Dusty Hollow. At the inn, Jake and Mayor Reed cheered when Eric showed Maude's locket as proof. He poured her blood, mixed with the antidote, over Clara, waking her from her coma. The town erupted in celebration, and Reed handed Eric a chest of gold, his $1 million prize. With Maude's loot and the reward, Eric rode out, richer and howdy, pardners? Wasn't Eric Hunter's slick outwittin' of Maude Blackwell and her ornery sons in Deadman's stretch just plumb thrilling? This wily trickster used his sharp mind and trusty satchel to clean up Dusty Hollow. Loved this Wild West yarn? Smash that like button harder than a stampede and hit subscribe to join Eric's posse for more frontier capers. Drop a comment below. Tell us how you'd outsmart a varmint like Maude. Ring that bell so you don't miss our next tale, and share this video with your pals round to campfire. Want more of Eric's anohi unique schemes? Check the playlist in the description. Saddle up and let's ride into the next adventure.